pass-offs. So I keep talking about pass-offs. Pass-offs are playing tests that they either pass or fail. So they can either do what's in the line that's necessary for them to learn, or they can't. And it's not about making your child feel awful or miserable or I hate them. I do hate them, but I hate them all equally. I'm an equal opportunity hater. So the reason why I make them do it is because once they learn the skill, they will be able to do the skill in the next line more successful. So if you think that your child is being picked on, they probably are, but that is not why they're not passing their lines off. It's because they need to learn the skills. This line, at line 12, has different notes and they change. What I ask them to do at this point is to start and finger and say the note name. So they press the buttons on their instrument, say the note name while they're going through the line. The reason for that is because oftentimes they come to me having never taken music. And so they don't know where the note is on the staff. Some are in the spaces, some are on lines, and they're like, I have no idea what that means. Well, we learn 3 notes and we spend 3 pages on just those 3 notes. And if they're fingering and saying them, they start recognizing it. If your child struggles with it at home, they need to finger and say the note names, and that will help them. Also, if they back up to lines they're comfortable with, they will be more successful. They're going to finger and say by section, because not everybody plays the same note. Flutes, trombones, tubas, and Campbell and bells all read treble clef C. They're C instruments, and so their notes are different than the clarinets, trumpets, etc. I'm not going to talk more about that because I know you'll start snoring. Flutes, trombone, tuba, Campbell, bells. I say Campbell because he plays baritone, but he's a bass clef baritone, so he reads the C. So the other 2 baritones are treble clef. So just understand, I'm not just picking on Campbell. I am, but that's not why. Finger and say, flute, trombone, baritone, tuba, bells. And 1, 2, ready, go. B flat, C, D, C, B flat, C, B flat, C, D, C, D, B flat, clarinet, trumpet. Baritone with the others. 1, 2, ready, go. C, D, E, D, C, D, C, D, E, D, C. Now there's one more instrument, the saxophone. I'm not going to make Ender do it with me because he plays piano and he knows his note names, and y'all don't even hear that he knows his note names. So, we have another saxophonist, but he's been kissing, and so he got sick. So if your kids are sick, that's because they have been kissing. Y'all need to teach them better. So if you get an email from me after you say, my child's sick, I'm going to tell you. We'll tell them to quit kissing. Line 12. Here we go. Instruments to you. And 1, 2, 12. The next line is line 15. They're going to do quarter notes, which is 1-beat notes. Then after that, we're going to do line 16, which is hot cross buns, which I fondly call Mr. Joyner's buns, because not only am I hot, but my buns are too. And so that's my song and my line. If you didn't know, middle school is inappropriate, and I'm really good at it. So they pay me to be here. Please complain to central office so that I can go get a job that pays more. Anyways, and then we're going to do another line after that, but I'm going to stop at it. So don't clap until line 16, Mr. Joyner's buns. Sensation, which is a tune you would have recognized if you sang that song in elementary school in the 1800s. But it's a good song to teach kids the first 3 notes and the rhythms with it. We're going to count and clap it. So some of the things that your child should be doing at home, I've spoken about. They should be sitting correctly. They should bring the dumb thing to them. They should be tapping their toe. They should be looking at their book. They should finger and say the note names. They should count and clap the rhythm. If they do all of those things when they play, they are going to be more successful. I promise you, as annoying as that process may sound, it will make them better. So we're going to count and clap line 18, then we're going to perform it. Don't clap until we play it. At this point, they learn a 4th note, which allows them to play Baby Shark. So when we learn the 4th note, I don't teach them Baby Shark because I want it to improve with you. Everybody put your fingers in front of your face, and if you don't do it, I'm gonna come and make you. Put your fingers, sir, did you misunderstand my instructions? The way Baby Shark goes is Baby Shark, do it right now. If you didn't know, this is Mommy Shark. Do it. Sir, I don't see your hand near your face where your child can see it. Please be supportive. Don't make me come over there. I made a grandma do it one time. It was really fun. Grandmas, I'm not scared. I eat at KW too. I don't meet the minimum age requirement, but I do. Okay, Daddy Shark does both hands. Show me. Grandma, she don't have no teeth. No offense, Grandma. I didn't make up these things. This is not me. This is Pink Fong. It's their fault. Blame them. Grandpa just got bigger. I'm not calling Grandpa fat, but I'm just saying. Okay? All right. Does everybody understand the motions to that? Now it gets really good. Okay? Because then we have to go hunt. I'm going to have to put the mic down. Create a fin over your head. You're going to go this way. Now, you need a little hip action with it. Hip action. Did y'all hear that? Y'all better do it over there. Don't make it. Y'all tell me if they're not doing it, because I will get some parents. Get your pins. Hip shake to the right, to the left. You can get us chicken with it. Yeah. So that's Let's Go Hunt. I'm going to do all the motions with you while they play. Trust me, I got this. The next one is Run Away. Now, they're really swimming because you're swimming. I don't know why it's Run Away, but I didn't make the words. I just followed them. So you're going to pretend like you're swimming with both hands. Excellent. Thank you to those who did it without me having to tell you. Okay? Then, we're running away because a shark is chasing us. But then, we're safe at last. Spirit fingers, jazz hands. Y'all all remember this from the 70s. Yeah. Some of y'all are like, oh, this brings back the glory days. So you go, safe at last, do, safe at last. You have to switch. If you don't switch, I'm going to be upset. And you better know the right direction. Otherwise, they're going to judge you. And kids are the worst. Okay? After we are safe at last, then it's the end. It's the end. How good you were at dancing. That was disappointing. All right, get your sharks ready, children. Parents, get your shark ready. We're doing the baby shark. You do not sing because this is a planned song at this moment. But you better do it. I will come and get you. Clarinets, you ready? Just so you know, I'm going to teach you how to bow. Y'all did great. Not really, but that's okay. I'm going to teach you how to bow. Okay, this is how every conductor bows. If you don't know, these are the rules. You're done, people start clapping. You step to the side so people can see the children, except for the ugly ones. That hurts y'all's feelings. Then you go, it's not about them. It's not about them. It's all about me.
Yeah.
I'll do that at the end. This is 23, which is Mary Had a Little Lamb. So they have played only unison things so far, or they've played instrument specific. So in Baby Shark, flute, sax is played, trumpets played by themselves, trombones, low folks played by themselves. The next line is 24 in their band book, and it's Lightly Row, which is recognizable. You've heard it because it's in every educational music book in the world. It is the first duet that's worth listening to in the book. And we're going to play line B, which is the second line, the bottom line. Then we're going to play line A, and then they're going to play it as the duet so you hear the parts. This is the first time they've performed a piece that's not unison. And that was the first time in their book that we did it. So this is 24A lightly rowed. So the next line is their line 25, and it is a technique exercise. In music, the more they move their fingers in the same finger patterns, when they arrive at it in music, it makes it easier to read. So we're always trying to add to their mental repertoire of ability so that they can play stuff later on that's harder and more fun. What we're going to do with this line is we're going to play it 3 times. We're going to play it slow, medium, and then fast. After that, the first chair folks are all going to play it as fast as they can, one at a time. I told them I was going to make you vote on who was the best, but I'm not going to do that because that's unfair, and here's why that's unfair. If you watch a trombone player, they are getting a significant workout when they play this line, and it is significantly harder for them to play as fast as a clarinet. There's no need for attitude, ma'am. So you're going to see them. I want you to hear how each instrument plays that line as fast as they can. So you'll hear the barriers that they're having to overcome on their instrument that may prevent them from playing faster. This is line 25. You have seen that I have featured the first chair folks. These two young folks have worked really hard. Enkirika Hemingway is a 7th grade beginner. She is the highest 7th grade beginner. She's passed off up to line 61 in her band book. The requirement for the concert was 25.
Oh. Okay.
Wait! Okay. Jackson, which line are you on? 49. Jackson has passed off 49, so he's my first year trombone player. So, my other saxophone player who's not here, he was kissing. And he was supposed to play with Enkirika, and so I asked Jackson this afternoon to practice this. And so Enkirika had worked on it, but he had not, and he went home and worked on this. So he worked really hard to play this duet with her. And so I want you to be impressed with their hard work. So here is Jolly Old St. Nicholas. 1, 2, ready, go. Show you where your child is ultimately compared to their peers. Some of you may be disappointed. But here's what you need to understand about me. I don't care where they are. I really don't. What I care is how hard they work. I told them I was going to tell y'all my story. My story is this. I graduated from Western Carolina University cum laude with a 3.9. I graduated from the University of North Carolina School of the Arts with my master's degree in saxophone performance with a 4.0. I did not pay a dime for college. I didn't pay a dime. It was not because I was a talented saxophone player. I was not. When I was in high school, your children, when they leave me, will know more scales than I knew when I left high school. Because I just didn't go to a high school that had a great band program. I had to work really hard to audition for the Western Carolina University Band. I had to learn 2 scales that I had never heard of the week before the audition, and I was told that minor scales were going to be asked, and I had never heard of what a minor scale was. I worked my butt off and made it in. And not only did I make it in, but I got a full ride. I then worked so hard in college because I was so far behind. And I was at the top of my game and I auditioned for the School of the Arts. He took me in as a graduate assistant, which means they paid me $250 a month to go to school there. I got my master's degree and they paid me for it. There was a sophomore in high school at the University of North Carolina School of the Arts who could play rings around me. He was unbelievable. I hated him, but he was talented. When I got there, I was like, I'm so good, look at me, I'm working hard, I made it to School of the Arts, I'm getting my master's degree, woo woo. And he came in, and I was working on a piece that I'd been working on for 2 months. He goes, oh, I've never heard that one, can I try it? And he played it. He played it. And I had been working for 2 months and still had not achieved close to the level that he was able to play. Because he was talented. The reason why I talk to you about talent and hard work is because I was not talented and I achieved everything I wanted. Because I worked my butt off to get it. I lived in a trailer park. My parents had to buy me a pawn shop saxophone. I played on the saxophone from the time I was in middle school till the time I was in high school, when the college professor at Western Carolina told me, you cannot come to the university playing on a beginner level saxophone. My parents then went to the music store and bought me a $1,400 saxophone that was not good enough. The Western Carolina University provided me with a high-end saxophone to perform my whole 4 years I was there. I then worked over the summer, 86 hours a week in a plastics factory. And I bought my $2,800 saxophone so I could come to the School of the Arts. Your children can do that if they work hard enough. It is not about talent. There are some talented children here. But more than talent you see before you is hard work. Because that's what it took for them to get here. I want the students who have passed off line 7 to stand. That should be most everyone. If you have passed off line 16, stay standing. That's where they should have been by the end of the first quarter. If you have passed off line 25, remain standing. That's where I asked them to be at this point, which was pushing them. If you've passed off line 41, remain standing. Now, line 41, just so you know, 25, after that's 29, 30, 31, 34, 35, 37, 39, and 41. So these students have passed off 8 more lines at least than they were required to do for this concert. Most of them at this point have finished for the second quarter. So please give them a round of applause. If you have passed off 61, remain standing. 41 to 61 is 12 lines. If you've passed off 78, remain standing. Aww. Mackenzie has passed, yes, right. If you passed off 84, stay standing. So please give Mackenzie a round of applause. So I want to talk about some other achievements that you may not be aware of. The tuba player in the back, Andy, he's been playing for a month. He learned trombone up to a certain point. We decided to try tuba. He has since passed off up to line 39, correct? That's a huge achievement for a new instrument in a month. So please give him a round of applause. You'll see a bass clarinet. AP decided that she was squeaking way too much on the clarinet. I agreed with her assessment. We chose the bass clarinet. It doesn't change anything, but makes it bigger, louder, and she's a real woman now. So please give AP a round of applause for working hard. Now I want my 2 drummers who played on Baby Shark to wave their hands in the air back there. So these 2 gentlemen worked hard to get to the point where they could play the drums on Baby Shark, because as you see, I have 15 drummers. That's because God hates me. And so I wanted them to have the opportunity to play, but they have to earn the drum. The drum is easy. Right? So they have to earn it and they have to be good. So those 2 students were good on bells, so they earned Baby Shark. When we get to Jingle Bells here in a moment, you're going to see 4 folks playing something other than bells, and that's because they've earned the right to play percussion, drums, on those instruments. They had to pass off line 25, and they had to play all of Baby Shark and all of Jingle Bells to pass it off for me to be able to play a drum. And then they had to learn the drum part. So they have worked really, really hard. So if you're playing drums on Jingle Bells, raise your hand. So those students, you'll see that they have worked hard. Now, my top 4 pass-off folks will have a solo in Jingle Bells. If you earn the top 4 spots, I have a leaderboard in my room. And if you're on the leaderboard, that's good. But if you're in the top 4, you get a solo at this concert. And so the 4 solos you will see in this is going to be those top 4. I hope you've enjoyed Here's Jingle Bells. In your lap. Connor, lap. Kira, lap. One, lap.
Thank you.